Farmer's Jake here to do my first Gel Blaster review on the channel. Now, I had held off on reviewing these, even though I've been offered them multiple times from multiple different companies because, well, foam flinging is indeed the focus of my channel. But I think Gel Blasters are close enough, and there's enough crossover, especially at this point, they're widely accepted. There's enough crossover to make it relevant. So, I did finally relent and agree to review a couple. And one of the first ones that I wanted to check out was from a company I've actually been very pleasantly surprised with most of their products, and that is Quick Task, or Task Quick, depending on which brochure you look at. I mean, their own manual says Quick Task. However, some of the listings say Task Quick, so we're still going with that. It's a toss-up. They don't keep it consistent, so how can I? But what I want to check out is, of course, you've probably seen this spammed everywhere on ads. It's the SKD Cs001. So, SKD. Now, it comes in either the red or blue, and it has a basic gravity-fed hopper that looks like a hand grenade. On top, it comes with its own battery pack that you insert down to the bottom of the handle, and it is recharged via USB. Just a very small little 7 point. The actual, here's the specifications on the battery. It's 25C, 7.4 volt, and 14 milliamps. So you're looking at very small pack, kind of a generic style, and it fits easily into the bottom of the handle. It's got actually enough room in the battery compartment for a larger one if you found one compatible. Once your battery is charged and loaded, operation is pretty simple. You have a switch on the bottom, or on the back, that is either off in the down position or on in the up position. And then it's full ambidextrous, fire at will. And of course, very, very high rate of fire. And in use, we actually took this out as a family and took a couple of these, a couple of others, because they did send me both of these free of charge. So keep that in mind. I won't let it affect my opinion of the review, but I will note that for you. This was a surprise. As with a lot of their products so far, again, this is really not a spoiler, I was pleasantly surprised with the product. In that I didn't really have high expectations. I just like everybody else have been spammed by the ads for these, showing them off, click link to Amazon, yada yada yada. And you see it, and the price fluctuates between $35 to $40 per blaster. Currently, as I record this, I just checked the price listing before I started my camera up, and it was $35.99 on Amazon. Well, so if you got lucky with one of the Amazon coupons or a sale, you might be able to get this thing for under $30. And I say pleasantly surprised because I have a background, even before getting in Nerf. I played paintball, I played airsoft for years. Still do with airsoft, and of course I have a long history in Nerf. So gel blasters are new to me, and honestly, if I hadn't tried these, I probably would have wrote them off immediately, because I would be like, why is this even kind of a fad turning into a normal enjoyment? It's almost like it's a whole separate hobby that's crossed over a little bit with Nerf. But the other one I tried was sent to me by Furman Toys. I don't know if I'll even review it because they themselves have discontinued carrying that. If that one was my introduction, I probably wouldn't be too thrilled. Because this one is half the cost of that and just wildly outperformed it. And I mean, in every quantifiable way. This is extremely easy to use. And the gravity feed hopper just makes sense. Especially, me with my paintball background. You have gravity feed hoppers on your markers pretty much universally, except for a few of the pistol ones that have grip mags. But gravity feed is reliable, just like a lot of rival blasters. A lot of rival style blasters use gravity feed hoppers because it works. So simple to use. Just take these off. I mean, it's literally you just take it off, take a whole bunch of the gel balls in your hand, funnel them in. You're good to go. Insert that into the top, and then once your battery's in, it's just blaze away. And it has pretty effective performance. This little thing, we were able to engage each other at 75 feet routinely, because best way, if you've never used a gel blaster or an airsoft full auto, the best way I can describe it is these fire with such a high rate of fire that it ends up making a stream, and you can lead your target with that stream, just like you would a water blaster. You know, as you grow up, it was easy to hit somebody with a stream of water. This has such a high rate of fire, it's able to do that consistently, and it has enough power in this little package that at 75 feet, I was able to, you know, hit a target. You know, human-sized running target. And this was just simply, you know, us as a family having fun in the backyard and all around everywhere. But it turned into, you know, us just trying them out, turned into like 3 hours. And we had filled up a whole bin with thousands of these, and we were starting to run low enough that I said, hey, I need to save a few just to, you know, be able to demonstrate it for a video. And that's literally down to a few after having, you know, thousands of these. We just spammed these things to death, and it was a lot of fun. So this one was a very, very nice introduction. And honestly, I could envision myself buying a couple more of these as money allows. I could see myself just basically going with this model alone. This thing was that good. The more expensive one I was sent, just, that's all I have really to go by, is 2 other models from different companies along with this. Those underperformed drastically, despite one being retailing for $60 and the other retailing for $80. These, by comparison, are selling for $35.99 right now, and they wildly outperformed the other 2. And again, I don't have the most extensive, you know, experience with gel blasters, so all I have to go by is the 4 I have. These were the least expensive, the easiest to use, and by far the best performing. So take or leave that as you will. These had an easily effective range of, you know, 50 to 75 feet was no problem. Past that, I was having a little issue, because then the velocity was dropping off enough that, you know, people could dodge it, or I was just arcing it at, you know, max range. But that's, you know, it's in the range of, you know, lightly modded or stock dart blasters. So these could be easily, you know, seen as effective for backyard gel blaster battles. And these aren't so powerful that you couldn't, you know, mix and mingle them with some foam plinging. I mean, incompatible ammo types, but that's already an issue with blasters as it is. But these worked so well, we didn't have any issues, no hiccups, and I'm talking about with multiple people using them of different ages, and just running around with zero preconceived notions and no training. Like some of them, it was the very first time they'd used them, you know, and, you know, if everybody down from little kids to adults can use them and have fun, that's something I can endorse. So I will. And I think this is pretty much, you know, this is a perfect record for quick task. And the SKD Gel Blaster is an absolute home run as far as I'm concerned, as a, you know, for person who's venturing into gel blasters. This seems to be a very good entry point. Like, if I test more, it'll remain to see if I keep my high opinion of this, but it's comfortable. I mean, I haven't even touched on it. It's ultra easy to use, has great function, and it's comfortable. Oh, and for those of you who love the sci-fi look, this thing actually does light up. And it is bright enough you see that in the day, which is really, really cool. I actually like that. It does indeed light up real bright, and it glows. Because this whole muzzle is made with very, very transparent plastic. It's colored, but it's very transparent. You can see right through it. Like, I can see my camera screen through that. But the whole thing ends up glowing. So I don't know that you'd ever play it at night, but it would be pretty neat to just see that. But I can't really find a fault in this. You know, as long as the battery packs are something that you can find to replace, because of course anything rechargeable does have a lifespan. As long as you can get these, I see no fault. And it's not too expensive, because $35.99 currently. I will leave a link down below. They just have the red and the blue, currently. I would love to see them add some other colors and maybe even some paint schemes. Like, it'd be neat to see like winter camouflage color scheme, or like some of the Hydro Dip film styled. That would be pretty neat. Or even some, say, white, orange, yellow, something really bright. But as is, you got Team Red, Team Blue. That's at least good enough. But link will be in the description below for the SKD Gel Blaster that I 100% can endorse. I'm actually going to look to get a couple more of them when I can afford to. So, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this, and we might go forward and do some more Gel Blaster videos in the future. I'm not going to rule it out, because I enjoyed this one at least. Not so much the others, but that'll remain to see if I make the videos on those or not. But till next time, it's Mongoose Jake saying thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it.